This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to venerable elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David, which are the elect, men, women, and children, who are going to be saved in these last days. Now, it's just going to be a quick lesson basically on how Yahweh Shai instructed us to move while we're in this truth, man. All right. And as I read earlier to begin this lesson, okay, we're supposed to be what? Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay. Now, I just saw a video the elder apostle Tahar put up. Basically, the chip is up and running. Okay. And we've been talking about this chip, which is the RFID microchip, okay, which is also the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation. We've been talking about it for quite some time now. It's made news. It started off with 3 Square Market, and then different people been doing it. People up in these Edomites up in Sweden. They've been pushing for it. As recent as I think a month or 2 months ago, they had about 3,000 of their people chipped. So this thing is out there, man. It's very out there. It's prevalent, and it's gonna get to the point where it's going to be mandated for everyone to be chipped. Now, we still have to inform Jake. It's not just about doing sit downs and being out there in the highways and byways and telling them what the RFID chip is or what the mark of the beast is, and them not to take the chip. Now in our daily lives, we can spark conversation and alter people's minds in terms of using the truth. Okay, being wise as serpents. Okay, we don't necessarily have to be out there like, well, it's written in the Bible that this. No. We don't have to do that, because guess what? A lot of people don't want to hear about that stuff. They don't want to hear about the Bible stuff. But once you become real, because sometimes you gotta hit them with that uppercut. They don't want to hear about that spiritual stuff. So you gotta hit them with, different types of information, for them to understand. You have to get them with the risk reward, basically. Okay, put that fear in them, and you also got to test their minds. I'll give an example. Last week, I was talking to a coworker of mine. Man, there's always these coworkers. I was talking to a coworker of mine, and I was basically, we're just basically talking about how, our job, they're starting this new trend where they're gonna be putting chips in clothing. Okay, they're gonna be putting chips in clothing, and the majority of the people in my job were not too happy about that. They were like, "Oh, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna buy this. Oh, nah, I'm good." They're like, "Yo, listen, why you gotta put chips in clothing that people wear?" And then they have how Esau is. They had to put some type of game, like, oh, this is so beneficial. You can win prizes, you can win awards, you can win tickets to concerts. Like, who cares about concerts? But Esau always think that's he's pushing for that carnal shit. Anyway, so I was talking to my coworker or whatever, and he was like, yeah, but I told him, I was like, yo, you do realize that we're headed into the age where they're gonna be pushing this thing, this RFID shit. You heard about that, right? I didn't say, well, it's written in the Bible, because he told me straight up, listen, I don't believe in the Bible, none of that stuff. He said he doesn't believe in God and all that. I was like, okay, cool. I'm still gonna get you the information. I'm not gonna just be like, well, since you don't believe in God, then fuck you, you're dead. No, I still gotta tell you what's up. So he goes like, I don't believe in the whole God thing. He said the metaphysical world, some shit like that. I was like, all right, nigga, whatever. So, and he's Ephraim, mind you. All right. So, I told him, and then I said, yo, you do realize that the next thing that they're pushing for is this thing called this a microchip. You heard about that, right? The RFID microchip. He's like, oh, I did hear about something like that. What exactly is it? I was like, yeah, this thing is the radio frequency identification chip, man. Basically, they're going to do away with the economy in the system that we have now, which, you can use cash, you can use your credit card, your debit card, PayPal, all that stuff. They're gonna do away with all that, okay? And then they're gonna enforce this new method of trade or payment method, okay? And it's not just gonna be for payment. It's gonna have all your information on there, your license information, your medical records, your school records, college, job. When you work, instead of putting the money in your bank account, it's gonna go straight to your chip account. So you're gonna be able, if you don't have the chip, how are you going to maneuver? How are you gonna work and get paid? And there's this thing on my job where you open the door. To open the door, you have a thing, we call it a swipe. It's like a chip basically. It's a little box thing, like a little flat surface thing, and it has a device in it that you swipe it on the door, and the door opens, and then you could open it. And I told him, I was like, look, this is just a little bit of what's going to be happening. Soon you're not going to have a swipe. You're going to have a chip in your hand to swipe it over the door. Okay? And he goes like, no, dude, I don't think that's going to be happening in our lifetime. Maybe the generation after us, yeah, but I don't see us doing that. And then I'm like, why not? I mean, it's already out there. It's just not been enforced. My point is, I'm not talking about it being out there. I'm talking about it being mandatory. That's my point. He was like, yeah, I know. It's going to be mandated probably in the next generation, not in our lifetime. And whenever Jake talks like that, I'm like, you know what? I feel like I should just, put you down and just stump your head out, because you sound crazy. The next generation, you don't see what's going on out there right now? You don't see what's going on out there? You're talking about the next generation? The next generation, my man, breaking news for you, bro. Next generation, we're going to be in the kingdom. All right? Lord willing, we're going to be in the kingdom. With the way things are happening, Yahushua talked about the signs to watch out for, and all these signs are happening. There's going to be another lunar eclipse. I think I don't remember when exactly, but the brother brought it out that there's going to be another lunar eclipse. The signs of heaven. You know what I mean? So you watching all these things happening, you talking about the next generation? What the where y'all niggas at? Huh? Anyway, so I was testing him to see what he's gonna say, and he was like, "Oh, nah, I'm good, man." And maybe if they had it like, a way where you could put the chip in and then probably take it out whenever, like I can put my chip in and then take it out whenever I want to, then I'll probably consider it. But to put a chip in me, I don't think I'm okay with that. And I was like, yeah, but think about it. Of course, right now you have an option. I mean, right now it's not really forced on you, so you can say what you're saying. But think about it. When it becomes mandatory, where if you don't take the chip, they will put you to death and call you a terrorist, okay? Because really, they have no control over you at that point. So they might want to, impose their will on you and tell you that you're a terrorist. And if you don't take that chip, you're really an outcast at that point. Are you willing to live life like that? That's going to be very uncomfortable, And he goes like, I don't think it's going to be that bad, but I mean, we'll see when the time gets here. And I'm like, okay, so you're basically condemning yourself because you're not denying it all the way. You're just basically, I'm not sure. And if you're unsure right now, you're done. You know what I'm saying? Us over here in this truth, guess what? We know what time it is. Okay? We prepared our minds, our hearts, our bodies, everything to go through the hell that we're going to go through for denying the chip and the mark of the beast. Okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we know what's going to happen. All right? It's going to be war and hell on earth for the men of the Lord who say no to that chip. All right? So listen, man, we already know. But for you people out there who don't know, this is the word for you, man. This is the word for you. Stop thinking about it as in like, well, I gotta eat. So stop looking for comfortability, man, because that time is coming. Okay, that time is coming, and us men of the Lord, like I said earlier, when you out there, don't be putting yourself in situations where you're gonna get fucked up, man. Okay, be wise, use wisdom. Don't be out there screaming like, well, the Bible says this and that. Listen, my man, nobody in this day and age, very few people want to hear about Bible and scriptures. Because they're too comfortable. They don't want to hear that stuff. Okay? They don't want to hear that stuff. So you have to use different ways to grab them, to grab their attention and give the word out. Find a way to do it. You could ask them as you speak. You can be like, you believe in, you go to church, you're a Christian? You know, did your pastor ever tell you about this? Because it's actually written in the Bible too, you know, just so you know. They'll be like, really, where? And then you go in. You be like, oh yeah, well here, da 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 da. This is what this means, you know, da 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 da. You know, you don't just get up and be like, well, you're an Israelite and the scriptures say this, so that's it. Like, yo, they're not trying to hear that. They are not trying to hear that. You know? So you gotta, you know, do that smooth shit real quick, you know? Smooth like a serpent. You gotta move, you know? And then when you go out there, yeah, you go. Then you come in, see, now you people get blasted that way. You know, you in the forefront, you on the stage, you know, you do what you gotta do. You know? You out there, you on your own, you outside, you know what I'm saying? That's free space, man. Anyone who comes in there, they get blasted, they ask for it. They're free to go. But if you on the train, you at work, you know, things like that, you gotta be very, very careful. You know, you gotta be very careful, because you might say something, you might be like, all these Edomites, they gotta get put to death. You know what I mean? Somebody might look at you like, this nigga crazy, this nigga terrorist right here. You sound wild right now. You can't be out there screaming, all white people, we need their blood. Well, we're gonna put them to you bugging, bro. You know what I mean? You can't be at work talking like that. That's crazy. That's out of control. You are bugging. See, now you're asking for it. You know, you can't be like, brother, I'm catching hell. My job fired me because I was talking about white people getting put to death. You out of control. You know, you got to use wisdom, man, at all times. Use wisdom and be harmless. You know, incognito, so to speak. You know what I mean? Nobody in my job knows that they know that I'm an Israelite. They don't know that I go out there and teach. You know what I mean? They don't have to know. Okay, all they know is they need the word, and I gave them the word. They rejected it, so I said, okay, bye. You know, but I did it in a way where they didn't feel, you know, crazy or whatever. No, you know, I gave them what they needed to know, and they didn't want to hear it. So I was like, okay, that's it. You are an Israelite, though, and that is why you're rejecting this. The only thing is that you might be a 2/3. That's why you're rejecting this information. It's not that you're not an Israelite. You are an Israelite. Because if I told a heathen this shit, not this shit, but if I told a heathen this information, guess what? They will love it. Okay, but it's not for them. That's why they're not hearing it. You know. So that's basically it, man. The message is basically move, you know, with wisdom. Okay. Like Yahushua told us, he says, be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Okay. Don't be getting into fist fights, stupid little arguments about somebody said the Lord is white and you said he's black, so now you guys are getting into it. You know, he called you a nigga and you're wearing a dress now, so now you don't do that. Just let it go, man. Okay? Be smart. Watch what you say. Brothers out there, when you teaching, man, be careful what you say, man, because Esau's on the hunt. Okay? Don't give him the easy pass. Like, yo, all white people, we're looking for your blood. We're going to cut you up. Yo, that's wild. You can't be talking like that. This is not about white people. It's about Edomites. Edomites come in all shades just like Jakes do, man. So be careful what you say when you're out there, or even in your sit-downs. Okay? That's part of being wise. Okay, don't put that crazy image out there. That's not what we're about. We're not about violence. We're not here. We're not carnal. We're not here about that shit. Okay? None of us have the power to go put Edomites to death. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have that power. So we got to wait for Yahushua to put that work in. All right? So I'm going to close it out with that. I hope this was edifying to the elect. I'd like to say, Kol Halo, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.